Hi, this is BB. Um, it's about 4 o'clock on the 23rd, and I woke up. It's like 1 degree right now, so which it's way below freezing. It's gonna get into minus soon, if it's not already. My apartment smells like garlic, like somebody crushed garlic and put it somewhere, like in the vents. I had to call my neighbor upstairs to come and smell something earlier, and he said it smelled like sewer again, like damp sewer. He checked under my sink, there was nothing there. Checked in my bathroom, there was nothing there. He said the bathroom smelled a little damp, but there was nothing there on the floor that smelled damp. Now, in the building where I live, there were 4 sets of people. Now there's only 3. One of them moved out. So there's only 3 sets. And I wake up, I had to open my window. I opened my window, as you can see. I'll turn it this way. I don't know if you can see it. You see that window right there? There's a little bit of a crease, like an airflow right there. Hoping. And again, it's like -1 or even colder than that. I mean, it's 1%, 1 degree, and it's colder. It might be colder than that by now. Which is, of course, way below freezing. I smell that the chlorine gas is really, really, really strong. There's pains all over my head. I'm actually feeling like there's indentations in my skull. Like if I touch certain parts, like I said, it's physical. It's physically hurting to the touch. And I'm afraid to go in the MRI machine. I'm afraid to do that. I can go to the fucking hospital, the emergency, but I'm afraid to go in there. But then maybe I should, because the doctor, if I go to the emergency, the doctor will be there on hand in real time to look at the results. They can't really fudge it then without there showing up some type of anomaly, something weird is showing up. Because I've always said, with these frequencies, these electronic frequencies, these power surges, what have you, there's nothing that's off limits to these people. Nothing that's really off limits to these people. So, like for example, if you're taking a polygraph, there's a power surge on an important question. Now they might have a group of people they're paying to come off either stellar on the polygraph or have somebody's polygraph like they're guilty of something, that they're lying about something. You have a power surge, or you have one of these surges where the question comes up, and then suddenly the pulse rate goes up for some reason, because they're attacking something in your body. And the polygraph, innocent people will look guilty, or they're lying at the very minimum, and guilty people will come off stellar. There was one, like I said, the woman next door, her boyfriend, I don't know if the boyfriend, I don't know how true this is, 24 times he's been in scrapes, according to, I don't know if it's trumped up, they do that as a ruse for this nonsensical gang stalking script type thing. I have no idea. If for what, I don't know. Maybe to just drive people crazy. I mean, that's like the general consensus. The most bizarre, outrageous, outlandish things. Hacking, putting stuff in databases, changing databases, which in itself, which is worse, I don't know. I guess, because to do any of those things, the intention behind them would be less than honorable, would actually be macabre, and leading to somebody's demise out in the world, or something less than savory happening to them. So I don't know, like, what they're going for here. This is the thing, is what their general what the plan is, what the outcome they want. I have no idea. But this is what it feels like to me. It's like, imagine, if you will, in the heart of a city, there's people passing up and down, and there's certain people like me in an alley, and there's in a dumpster, there's a dumpster, and a body is on the ground. Somebody's laying there, trying to cover their face and their head, and you have a bunch of people, these people with steel-toed boots, and they're kicking at that individual. Now, whether they're doing it for money, whether they're doing it because they're protecting a pedophile ring, whether they're doing it because they're into something that is less than legal, whether they're just doing it because they've stolen everything from the person, whether they're doing it because they stole their ideas and they're trying to implement them and they're afraid of a legal backlash, the person might recognize, well, that was my idea. That was my idea too. That was my thought process. I sang that song. I wrote that poem. I wrote that book. How do they know these things? And if they're all coming from this group of people who seem to know each other. So what do is they kill you. But this is what it feels like for people like me. Whatever they got from me, I don't know. Maybe one thing, two things, multitude of things, I don't know. And they're kicking the individual on the ground, and the person is bleeding. Almost every bone in the body is broken. Remember, they have steel-toed boots now. And they're kicking away, and eventually the person dies, but they're still kicking. They're still kicking. They have a point to prove now. They got to show mirth. They got to show girth. They got to show what they're worth. They got to show stamina and resilience in the world. This is their test of true power. The longer it takes for us to die, but we're trying to survive, we're trying to live above anything else. One thing I'll tell you, for people like me, Kevin, Christian, and others like us, there's one thing these experiences are teaching us, is that we want to live. We tend to appreciate life and people and celebrate it in a different way from these talkers. And for those of you who are going through this, I want you to hold on to this. There's a reason why this is happening. May not make sense now. We can't be going through this for nothing. There's something else. Even if you don't see it right now, hold on to that as a truth. Your truth. And don't let go of it. But my point of making this video is just me being sarcastic now. Is, what if these people are caught? Let's come up with some ideas that they could give a jury, or give the public at large, or even themselves, as to why they kept kicking that person on the ground. What unholy, ungodly reason could have caused them to keep kicking away at that person on the ground? Give me your ideas. The chlorine is oh my God. Now there's only 3 people in this building. I don't know where it's coming from. Now all of them love me. All of them is in love with me. They're doing it for love. Love, L-O-V-E, love. Right. Okay. Any ideas on what we could tell them for that they could make sense out of this? That they could convey their message, their driving force, their resilience. What is backing it? What is pushing it? What is the thing that makes sense? That they could tell the world, this is why we did this to this person on the ground. Whether it's for religion, whether it's for the devil made me do it, whether it was I ate too much, I had indigestion, I was angry at the world, I love the world, I'm trying to save the world, I'm trying to curse the world. I did it for money, I did it for passion, I did it for creativity, I did it because I'm just crazy. It doesn't matter. Any ideas? Put them in the comments. Humor me, please.